5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Welcome once again to Yogaxpress. It's all about moving the body to still the mind. My name is Suresh. I'm your host for this program. At the request of my crew, and definitely at my request, Ellen Spivak. Ellen is a Pilates mat instructor and a yoga teacher, and she's been teaching for about 17 years now. And she's been teaching Pilates for about 7 years as well. So she's got a lot of experience teaching people how to stretch and feel good, how to connect with the earth. And basically, excuse me, we have some visitors here while we're taping. Could we close the door? Basically, what you want to know about your body, Ellen is there to help you with it. Just like other yoga teachers, she has some little tips and tricks that she can add into her program, into her teaching, that might help you go a long way. So on behalf of our director, Muriel Exolazo, Helen Cantor, and Lucas Veloso, and Corey Bryce, our facilitator, I'd like to welcome you back to the show 681. Ellen, I know the last 2 episodes, we have visitors who peep in all the time while we're taping, so could we please shut the door? Thank you. We are taping live right now. Thank you. Our director is going to keep an eye and make sure that nobody walks in the future, but if you do ever come and stretch here, right here on the mats, you're going to find this is a walk-in show. So you can take your mat, roll it, but unless you're participating, you can't just peep in and out. You've got to be here on the mat with us. So that said, let's move on. Ellen, the last 2 Mondays, you took me through an amazing workout, so thank you so much for that. But I can tell you, I feel like a jellyfish. I felt like a jellyfish, and I noticed that there were 3 things that I need to keep an eye on. My holding times need to extend a little bit, so it was great that you gave me that opportunity to hold it that long. I would like our viewers also to know what is the average holding time. That's one thing. The other, also please, as you move on for today's taping, how many reps should our viewers do of any particular posture? And if you have any tips or any cues, any clues that would help them keep up with the reps, because as a Pilates instructor, you probably know the importance of repetition. But as a yoga practitioner, I'm not very aware of it, so it would help, like myself, there may be others out there who need to know the importance. So what do you have planned for me today?
So today we're going to move through some basic postures that I'd like to take you through, and then derivatives from them.
Right.
Because all the postures in yoga enable us to create a flow, and then we can progress, move from one to another to another. So that's what I'd like us to focus on. We'll move into some balancing, some fun stuff.
Okay.
And then we're going to start in a little of a unique way in what's called tabletop.
Okay. I'm ready for it.
All right. Very good. So for here, we're going to take the feet forward and down onto the mat. Knees about 45-degree angle to begin. Feet and knees 6 inches apart. So now take the hands by your side, palms face forward, and then slide them back about 6 inches behind you.
Shall we turn around for privacy so they can see our hands? Is that okay?
Sure. Does that make more sense? Okay.
Yeah, it does, so they can see our hands. Because
Oh, yeah, of course. course. Yes, of course it does. Sure, sure. And now draw the elbows in toward one another.
Right.
And then we're going to lift up. So really this depends on level of fitness at any particular time. Sometimes I feel great and I can lift really high up. Sometimes maybe just a little bit. So this is working core, legs, arms very powerfully. If you press with the arms, it lets you lift higher. Beautiful.
Ooh, I feel the burn.
Ooh, it's a burn. Ah, you're holding it a long time. Good. Come to sit. It's making me get a little heated up. I'm going to have to start disrobing, but I won't go too far. And then lift your legs up like so into Navasana, also known as boat. So this is a form of balance, but it's a secure balance because you're seated. So I'm actually demonstrating a gentle option like this.
How are you holding it?
Is
that
this
long?
intense for you?
This one's
Okay, go ahead and see. Yeah, you're doing a great job. Now, even gentler than that option, go ahead and put your hands down on the mat, and then just lift the feet maybe a couple inches off the ground. There you go. And release down. Beautiful. So, viewers and anyone, we just did that little sequence one time. We lifted in the tabletop and then Navasana bow. Yes, it's powerful here. It's powerful in the arms, right? So again, viewers, you can make that as dynamic as you wish. You could do it 2 times, 3 times. It really depends always on how your body's feeling at any particular time, what time of the day it is, how much activity you've done beforehand. If you went and ran around the reservoir in Central Park several times, maybe you only do
Take
one.
it a little easy.
Okay, a little easy, yes. So from here now, we're going to come on to hands and knees, and we'll just do 2 cat-cows. One of my favorite poses. Poses do not have to be complicated to be powerful, and this is perfect example. Pressing powerfully into the earth with straight and strong arms. Inhale, look forward or even up a little bit. The belly softens and the belly drops. The heart is now open. And then exhale as you curl. You can exaggerate. You can think of the Halloween cat and how there's that big arch in the cat's back or arc, right? It's very evident that this is a cat. Now as you come forward for the cow, I've never yet been in a pasture and seen a cow do this, but I've seen many a cat do that cat part. So do the cat one more time. Beautiful and beautiful. And then release. Nice. From here, we're going to press the hands, curl the toes under, lift downward dog. Downward dog is one of my favorite all-time poses. When you're doing yoga for quite some time, it becomes, in essence, a resting pose. If you're newish, it's hard to think of it as a resting pose, right? And lightly, gently pedal your feet up and down. Just super simple, nice for calf muscles, hamstrings if they're tight. Beautiful. And then inhale, lift your heels up to the sky. Beautiful, beautiful. And exhale, take them down. Good. Inhale, lift them up. And exhale, take them down. Do 3 more. This is, again, really nice. Calf muscles, hamstrings if you've got tightness. Heels never have to fully touch the ground. They're yearning or reaching for the ground. I like to use the word yearn. Feels like what you're doing, yearning for your heels to touch. Lovely. And then from here, we're going to move into some what I would call the basic yoga postures, which are all amazing in their own way. A nice way to add a little bit of an impact or an intensity is lift the leg up to begin, and usually we start with the right leg lifted. I'm going to bend my knee and bring it forward, and I'm going to take this into an intensity here with the shoulders above my wrist. Then I'm going to walk my foot forward, and I did not do this gracefully at all. Then the back heel comes down and right into warrior 1. Beautiful. Centering the hips is attained by the back foot angling. Knee right on top of ankle is correct for alignment. If you want to work arms more, pinkies and thumbs out. Beautiful. And then from here, another basic yoga pose, warrior 2. So we're able to transition from pose to pose pretty smoothly. I'm going to use the word gracefully. In every asymmetrical pose, of which this is one as well, put more power into the back foot and the most right into the back baby toe And then you have a greater stability. Okay? Right from here, derivative, we're going to take peaceful warrior, turn the front palm up, tilt back. So this creates a beautiful stretch up the side body right here. If you straighten both arms, then you're engaging your arms more and side body. How are you doing in that hold? Too long?
No, this is good.
Good. Now we're going to come forward into extended side angle. Again, one flows to another to another. This is one of my all-time favorite poses. Beautiful. There's heart opening, there's hip opening, there's an expansion. So beautiful. Your alignment is gorgeous. And what you want to do is turn your face so you're looking just like you're doing, right up toward your palm. So I look at this as a life pose, aspiring for something, reaching up, forward, and over, extending. That is just very beautiful. Good. From here, we're going to straighten the front knee, draw the left arm to the sky, and now we're going to come into triangle, another quite basic yoga pose. Many of us struggle with this pose, including myself, if I have lower back issues going on. If you don't have any lower back issues and you're super flexible, your hand might very well be on the ground. For many of us, we slide the hand up. Some other modifications are, instead of attempting to stack shoulder over shoulder, the top arm could actually come forward a bit. So if you needed to, that you could take your arm a little more to me, and the hip could come more to me. Beautiful, beautiful. Now we're going to return right back to Warrior Two. And we're going to frame our foot with two hands, and we're going to step into Downward Dog. And then we can come through a vinyasa if we wish, which would be plank. Niche chin chest is a great option. Brings you to cobra, shoulders back, heart forward. Beautiful. Creates the flow between our sequences, between our poses. And right back into Downward Dog. Nice. So in yoga, when we work on one side, we always know we're going to work on the other side unless the teacher forgets. But I haven't forgotten, so we're going to go to the other side. Is that okay with you?
Yeah.
Good. Inhale, lift the left leg up. Bend the knee to the chest, come forward. It brings you forward. It works your powerful. Nice. She brought the foot forward. So it's really important that you align fingers and toes because that's your stance, that your height is predetermined, right? When you walk in a yoga class, that's your height. Good. Angle the back foot. Nice. And then as you rise up, you're right in Warrior One, and very beautifully so. You're angling the foot enables you to center your hips. That's anatomical. If you don't angle the foot, hips will be skewed to the right. If you can bring your knee forward, beautiful. Great pose. It opens the heart, opens the hip, physiological shift in body when you open. And then right from here, we're able to transition into Warrior Two, which is simply hip opening. On the other side, I didn't call out in a great of detail, but I'll take a little more detail here. Arms parallel to the ground, shoulders relaxed, beautiful, but arms very engaged, powerful. Nice. Turn your front palm up and tilt back, peaceful warrior. This is an openness, it's very literal, it opens the side body. If you want more openness, straighten your arms. If you want more arm engaging, straighten the arms. And then right from here, we're transitioning into our extended side angle, which is great, opening in the hip and the heart. So now the forearm comes onto the knee, just as we did.
This way.
Oh, I'm sorry, triangle, straighten the front knee, there we go. And dropping down and lifting, beautiful. So ways to modify this if you need to, slide bottom hand higher up leg, take top arm that direction, nice, and take top hip. You've already actually done that direction. It's not as intense.
Yeah, it feels
Right?
so much better.
Better, good. Press back foot, so nice. Come back into your Warrior Two from here, beautiful. And then we did our extended side angle from the side, or did we not?
Not yet.
Not yet. So the forearm or the elbow goes right on the knee here, beautiful, or the thigh actually. And now we take the right arm up, forward, and over. So there's this openness up the side body. If you were to look in a mirror, you would see one line, and yours looks beautiful. From the back baby toe right through the fingertips. One long line, gazes up, in essence under your armpit at your palm. So nice. Nice. We're going to frame the foot with two hands, and then we'll move through our vinyasa again. Okay, so now we're framing the foot, because we've already done our triangle, and we did what we did. Good. Your feet up and down a
We
little
did quite
bit.
a bit, actually. That was good.
We did do quite a bit. Good. From here, let's come to hands and knees, and we're going to do gentle side plank with a couple of options. I always love poses that offer options because you could work to any level. Okay?
Oxymoron, gentle side plank.
Yeah.
Okay, now I'm
Gentle.
scared.
No, this one is. Don't be
Okay.
scared at all. Viewers, don't you be scared either. Pivot to your right or your left. You can actually mirror me if you prefer. There you go. What's important here is the back foot presses powerfully. The knee is down.
Oh, that's good.
Yeah. The left hand, I'm just on my fingertips. You have the flexibility for your palm. That's fine too. Right arm up. Okay? Gazes up. Simple. It's simple because the knee is down. It's
Right.
gentle.
Yeah.
I'm going to show a couple of options. You can move through the options with me or not. Okay? Option A is stay here. Option B would lift top leg. Totally optional. Next option would be gently cupping head with hand. Beautiful. And you can do that with the foot down. And next, and this is pretty intense, I will be honest about that. Exhale, elbow to knee. Inhale, extend. Beautiful. One more. Exhale, elbow, knee. This is super intense in the core. Inhale, extend. So nice. And then if you can do it, we're going to reach back and just hold. It's just a beautiful stretch. Breathing, openness. How you doing? Good? Intense?
Yeah, it's
Okay.
a little bit intense,
Little
but
bit
it's good.
intense.
It's good. I need that.
So we don't have to do the other side unless you'd like to.
Oh, I
Wanna
need
do
that.
it? She needs it. Okay. Viewers, do you hear that? Pivot to the other side. Okay. Left foot presses powerfully. Right knee, right hand. I'm just on my fingertips. Left arm up. Beautiful. Option A, stay right here. You look beautiful. Option B, if you want to do it, lift your top leg up.
That's the part I find hard. Let me try.
It's not easy. You did it. Flex the foot, gives you more stability. Absolutely beautiful. Next option, head lightly cupped by hand. Excellent. Next option, which you did, and wonderfully so, you brought your bent elbow to your knee. Ooh, it's a balance. Good.
Yeah, it is.
Inhale, extend. So nice. Exhale, elbow to knee. This is super duper core. Ooh. All right. So what you would want to do, I think you need a little break, but again, viewers, you would want to reach back and hold that foot again.
That's right.
Opening the heart, opening
Can't
the
give
head.
up.
That's okay. And bodies, again, does not feel exactly the same side to side. There's
It's
difference.
true, right? The
Right?
other side felt a little bit.
Yeah, could
Easier.
feel quite different.
Am I doing this okay?
You're doing it excellently. Come back to your hands and your knees. And then from here, we're going to come to downward dog. And we're just going to walk the feet forward, forward, forward between the hands. That's all. And then we're going to fold forward and down. And slow as can be, head always comes up at the last. We're going to rise to full stand. Beautiful. And I think it was 2 weeks ago I talked about rolling shoulders back, or it might have been last week.
Oh, it was 2 Mondays ago. It
2
felt
Mondays.
so good. Yeah.
Lift the toes and take the toes down. Beautiful. 2 more. Roll shoulders back. Lift toes. Toes down. One last one. Shoulders. Toes. Toes down. Lovely. We're going to move from here into some standing balances. Every balance you ever do is core, legs, breath, and form a focus, internal, external, maybe both. Grounded with the left leg. So this is why you want the thinner mat for yoga, not a squishy mat. I'm going to draw my right knee up like so. There are different ways to do it. It's a balance. It's core, legs, breath. Then famous yoga pose, tree. As I press my foot into my thigh or below the knee, never into the knee itself, two things to do. As the foot goes into the thigh goes into the foot, and many people forget that second component. There's duality, moving body to what we call midline or center. Then as the hand moves to the hand moves to the hand, both moving toward one another. And then I use Tree of Life as a metaphor for life, and it does not come from me. We all do that. Metaphor, Tree of Life. We're lifting the arms up, and then now we're encountering the vicissitudes of life. Or our trees moving, suddenly it's windy, we come to the subway and we have to wait and it's not there, and then the train stops. This is the vicissitudes we all go through, and then we always return to our stability. Beautiful. We're going to move right from here into Warrior 3. All the same components, core, legs, breath. How you doing?
That was tough.
Intense. All righty. Warrior 3. Beautiful and beautiful. We're going to bring this back into tree. We're going to hold in our tree. Beautiful, and we release. Now, let's do our shoulders back again. Toes lift, toes down. 2 more. This releases tension, stress, upper body, as we've talked about. Lengthens the spine. As you lift the toes and take them down, it stabilizes the whole spinal column. That's not really the right word, but it's part of it. It elongates and lifts the spine. All right, so many of us spend our time like this instead of this. Left side. Right foot is into the earth, left knee up. Different ways to approach tree. I'm swaying all over here, so that gives everyone the option if you wish. Good. So as the foot goes into the thigh goes into the foot equally. Beautiful. Or foot could go below knee, never in the kneecap. Nice. Press hand to hand, hand to hand. I can tell you're doing that. Then we encounter, all of us, at different times, vicissitudes of life, as we all do. One of the beauties of doing yoga is we see everyone goes through vicissitudes. We're not alone when we do yoga. Everyone, different times, different poses, different parts of life. Beautiful. You've handled your vicissitudes beautifully. Press the palms heart center. Nice. What's beautiful about what you're doing, you're focused incredibly, and I can sense it and feel it, and it's evident. Good. And then from here, with that stability that we have through our body, extend. Now, the word stability I use a little incorrectly. The stability here is in the right leg. Mobility is in the whole rest of the body. So nice. So beautiful. Good. And then release. Good. We're going to come toward the front of the mat, and we're going to take awkward chair again as we did before. So if you could slide back more, so knees are more on top of the ankle, that's it. Where you want to feel this pose is in the thighs, the butt, core. Where you don't want to feel it is knees, so you want to slide back. Good, you're lifting your toes. That's a great thing to do because it stabilizes you more, put your posture more correctly. And then pinkies and thumbs out. We're going to do a little fun cardio from here. Don't get scared, it's not a lot. We're going to press the palms, draw them to heart center. Then we're going to inhale, lift right up out of our chair. And then we're going to exhale, sit back into the chair and slide into it. We're just going to do 2 more. Viewers, you can do 8 more. Whatever feels good to you. Really, it's very individual. Slide back. Beautiful. One last time, lift. So nice. One last time, sit, slide back. Really nice. Touch the ground. We're just going to step into downward dog. Pedal the feet up and down a little bit. We're going to come to hands and knees. We're going to take child's pose again. Or actually, we didn't do it before. Now we're going to do something unique with child's pose. We're going to draw the knees wide, the width of the mat. We're going to touch the big toes together and hands forward. Hands also width of mat. That's it. Press powerfully with your hands into the mat. Inhaling, lift your head and your elbows off the ground, and this lets you press back. Do you feel the stretch? Butt toward heels. Should feel really nice. Drawing the knees wide, this was originally created for pregnant women to allow belly to drop. But for all of us, the whole body can drop there. The torso gives us more space. From here, we're going to do a little spinal column massage. Press powerfully with your hands. Lift your elbows and your head up. And then inhale, we're coming forward, massaging the spine in quite a unique fashion, different from what we would typically do. And then exhale, we're going to press right back. So I'm going to close my eyes just one time because it just feels good and it's nice to have that experience. And this pose is totally doable with eyes closed. Good. Do one more like this. Closing the eyes, I wouldn't do it in tree and I wouldn't do it in a sun salute. But closing the eyes in a pose such as this is very freeing, and it intensifies experience. Lovely. Lovely, lovely. Good. Now we're going to use child's pose to transition to sit. Come up onto your heels for the briefest of moments. Shift to your left hip. And extend your legs long. And we have 2 minutes left. Tether your legs up and down. We're just going to draw them.
Very deceptively simple.
Deceptively
but it was
simple.
a good workout.
Powerful, right?
Yeah, very powerful.
Good. And we're going to twist to the right. Simple twist. When you twist, organs get massaged. We've talked about this before. Body can tone better. Digestion can improve. Your skin is your biggest organ. We're massaging our skin right now. Beautiful. And then we're going to just twist to the other direction. Same thing. Beautiful. And then go ahead, extend the legs long. And then we're all ready to come into, I think, everyone's favorite pose.
Lucas Veloso, Helen Cantu, and Nuriel Exelazo, thank you so much for hanging in there. And Corey Bryce, our facilitator, thanks for making us look so good out here. On behalf of all of us, we'd like to thank Ellen Spivak, that was an amazing workout once again. I really enjoyed it. And I didn't sweat too much this time.
All right.
Felt really good.
Important here, it's really nice to roll the shoulders back. It opens. Palms face up. Feet fall open. Breathe in the word let. Breathe out, go. Breathe in, let. Breathe out, go.